When I was told that I had only a few months to live, I donated all my wealth to the needy, and it surprised everyone. Before continuing my story, I invite you to subscribe, and above all, don't forget to activate the notification bell so as not to miss the next stories. I am Austin. I come from Australia. I was an ordinary young man before luck came my way. I was born of an average family. My parents were craftsmen, and because I was not born with a golden spoon in my mouth, I started working early, and my work quickly paid off. I created a security and electricity company that was a huge success. Everyone wanted to work with me because I was extremely meticulous in everything I did. I rubbed shoulders with the big businessmen who all wanted to invest in my projects. I wasn't even 30 years old yet, and everything was already in place for me. My income was increasing, and very quickly I became a millionaire. Since I was very young and without responsibilities, I spent my money without counting. I wore big clothing brands, from collection watches to luxury cars. In short, everything I wanted, I had. The house I lived in was a manor, and I owned several others. I spent my time organizing parties, and I spent time with my friends. I went to foreign countries as often as I wanted. In short, I was living my dream. Everyone around me wanted to be like me. At the moment, I thought that having a lot of money would make me invincible. One day, I felt very bad and I couldn't go to work. I found it strange and decided to stay at home to rest, thinking that it was due to stress and that I just needed to take a break. At the end of the day, I still didn't feel better. So I decided to go to the hospital the next day. So I got up with enthusiasm and got to the hospital after being consulted. The doctor advised me to run some tests. After the tests, I was totally scandalized by the results because they showed that I had cancer in the testicles. To tell the truth, I thought it didn't matter. I thought that since I had a lot of money, I would receive the best treatment and recover quickly. But the doctor certified me that there was no possibility. Mr. Austin, your cancer is already very advanced. It is already at stage 4. This means that it's so aggressive. Therefore, you cannot be treated, and you only have 7 months to live. How is this possible, doctor? I have a lot of money. I can pay for any treatment, even the most expensive. I'm sorry, Mr. Austin. Doctor, please do something for me. I can't die so young. I'm sorry, Mr. Austin. Be strong and live your last moments to the fullest. I was only 32 years old when the doctor told me this news. I couldn't believe that my life was already over. I still had a lot to do. I wanted to get married, have children, and retire. A few weeks later, I decided to go to a second hospital for the advice of another doctor, but he still gave the same diagnosis. He even asked me to put my house in order and prepare myself. I was overwhelmed, afflicted, annihilated, and broken. Several questions went through my mind. What was the use of all the money I owned? I couldn't believe that all his wealth could not heal me from illness and even save me from death. I decided not to give up and even went out of the country to get the advice of major doctors around the world. I was ready to do anything to cure this cancer. Unfortunately for me, it was always the same. I understood at the moment that all this wealth no longer had any value for me. So I decided to leave this world in peace and leave a legacy. I set out to sell my business, which would become a burden for me. After that, I sold my house, my Ferraris, and everything I had precious. My branded clothes and collector's watches I donated to charities. Because for me now, the smile of the young man was more valuable to me than anything I had. And when I had sold everything, I decided to help the poor. So I decided to create a non-profit organization in order to help people. I decided to leave this world without anything, but with a pure soul. Very often people don't think about others when everything is fine. Despite all the wealth I had, I was not really satisfied. Initially, I thought that money could buy everything. I decided to go to Togo, Nigeria, Central African Republic, and many other countries to make donations through the nonprofit organization I had created. I built schools, hospitals, orphanage training centers, In short, I contributed to everything necessary to improve the living conditions of those in need. So that's all that made me happy. I was radiating with joy, but cancer was still there. A year after the diagnosis, I was still alive. The doctor said it was a miracle, but I didn't want to go back to my old life because I liked the new life very much. For me, cancer was rather a gift from heaven because it was by going through these trials that I experienced true happiness. This allowed me to realize where the real happiness was. I was happy to communicate the joy to those who were looking for it. At 35, cancer was already at its peak. I kept fighting, but I felt my strength leaving me little by little. Every day, I found the strength to get up through the joy of others. I took the opportunity to make donations for the advancement of research against all kinds of cancer. I paid for treatment for cancer patients in phase 1 which could still be treated, and those who got cured from it came to thank me. It was this satisfaction on their faces that gave me the strength to get up and somehow defeat cancer for more than 3 years.